Hey everybody, I'm Jack. This is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you all had a happy hump day out there. We're halfway through the week. Just kind of a blah, gray, overcast day here, but that's okay. Every day that we're not blazing hot this time of year is a good day for me. Anyhow, today I wanted to tell you my number one raw food diet tip for success. Guys, I do videos every day, so if you're not already subscribed to the channel, go down there and hit that subscribe button if you will, and come back and check out a little bit more of this old crazy man's content. Also too, here's one of our shirts, the Raw Tropical Living, in the store down below in the description, rawtropicallivinggear.com. I need to get some other people prettier than me modeling some of my stuff, so I'm going to be reaching out or trying to find some models here soon. So this tip today is one I'm going to kind of isolate. I've mentioned it a number of times before when I've talked about starting a raw food diet, tips, transition, and things of the such. But I want to focus just on this today because I'm sitting pretty with my kitchen and my refrigerator right now. And it just kind of popped into my head yesterday that I'm like, wow, this, even for me, this makes things so much easier for me. And it just makes it, where I don't even have to think about it. And that is being prepared. Now, like I say, you've heard me talk about that before, but I want to go further than just say, okay, keep good stuff in the house and get rid of the bad stuff in the house. I want to give you a little detail because, even for me, now don't get me wrong, I'm not sitting here going, ooh, if I didn't have this stuff prepped in the house, I'd be, kind of white knuckling it, might go out and get a cheeseburger or something. No, I'm not going to fall off the rails or anything, but I make better choices myself when I have things, boom, right there, boom, ready to go. Because I've told you many times since I've started this channel, I am a lazy creature. I'm a lazy creature, and I'll tell you something, for the past year, I have little spurts. I have spurts of creativity where I like to create, but in general, I don't like to prepare food. I don't like to chop food. Life's just too short to be standing in the kitchen chopping all the time. So I like stuff that's just quick, easy, or I had rather do a little prep on one day or a couple of days and have things around instead of having to constantly every meal, okay, what do I want to fix for myself? Well, I don't want to fix anything. I don't feel like anything. I just want to eat right now. So if you keep certain things around the house, you're just going to eat good by default. So get all the garbage out of the house, pack up the house with good stuff, and then when you get it home from the store, the market, wherever you go to buy your produce, fruits and vegetables, then do a little prep time with it. Right now, in my house, in my refrigerator, in my freezer, I wanted to write everything down just so okay, I've got my watermelon. I've had watermelon all summer in here. Every time I cut a watermelon, a new watermelon, I use some of it and I put some back in the fridge. So there's been cold watermelon around. There's been watermelon pretty much. I can't think of a time in the last 3 months that there has not been some watermelon in this house. There's always been overlap. Today, another one. I just got a wild hair for this, and it's nice. Yesterday I went and got some grapes. I hardly ever get grapes because they're kind of expensive, but I just got some of the simple white seedless grapes and cleaned them up, put them in a container and put them in my fridge. So I had my watermelon juice this morning, and then I really just wasn't ready even an hour later to eat some real food yet. So I said, but I kind of had something for a taste in my mouth. So I said, those grapes will be perfect. They're in the fridge, they're nice and cold. They'll continue to hydrate me, so pop some grapes in my mouth. Boom, they're right there ready. All I gotta do, reach in there, grapes come out. As always, now this isn't gonna shock too many people, there's always ripe bananas in the house. There is very few times since I've been on this lifestyle that I've gotten caught with no ripe bananas around. It's happened once or twice. I'm not gonna tell you it's never happened, but not very often. And when it does, it is not a comfortable situation. But there's always bananas around. So that's always a default. If I'm just super lazy, super non-motivated, always can default back on the bananas. There's frozen bananas. Now, frozen bananas, I would say always keep some frozen bananas around, because that'll kind of do two things. Now you have that ready. You can have your banana ice cream. And it can also maybe save you, because ice cream is kind of like, well, it's ice cream basically. It's healthy ice cream. So I think that's really important, really good to have in the freezer, in case you're starting to waver, in case you want to eat some gooey treat, or you want to eat something, in other words, some snack or some treat or some sweet that's processed and that has processed sugar in it. Have those bananas up there. But it doesn't even have to be to satisfy your sweet tooth. You know, if you can't decide and you're wavering a little bit on dinner, have some ice cream for dinner. Have some ice cream for breakfast. Licensed to eat ice cream any time of the day or night. What else? Okay, now like that recipe I did right now, and this has even made it even better, even easier for me. I did that recipe, what was it, 2 or 3 days ago? I lose track of time, where I made that mock tuna salad. And a couple of days before that, I had made that eggplant dip. Now I have those both in a little container in my refrigerator right now. I keep romaine lettuce around the house. I keep these little leaves. So I make myself a sandwich. That's what I had for lunch today. I had a couple of tuna salad sandwiches, and then I had a little small one with eggplant dip. Boom, it was ready. I didn't have to think about it. And I put a little topping on there, but I'll wait. I'm gonna get to that in just a minute. But yeah, those are beautiful, man. That's really, that's something I think is gonna become a regular thing, having one of those little things in there, because, you know, after a while doing this lifestyle, and I love salads and I love smoothies and I love ice cream, but this is, I don't know, eating one of those is like eating even though there's not bread, it just gives you, it's more like having an entree, you know, even though, yeah, we eat big salads and our salads are filling. It's like eating something, even if I have a salad with it. I really like doing that, is making myself a couple of those little boats and then making a side salad to go with it. But it just, I don't know, there's something about it. It's almost like eating it's more like eating a meal than a salad. Although, once again, I'm not dissing salad. I love salad, but it's just nice having those around. And like I say, you know, you can do those. That stuff is good because you don't have to necessarily make a meal out of it. You know, keep these little cucumber chips around. You can chop those up, and you can, you know, just have little snacks all throughout the day. And another one that I've really gotten to where I like to keep around all the time, and I made a fresh batch this morning, is my cucumbers and tomatoes and onions, and I marinate them. Now somebody will ask me, marinating something really, when somebody says they marinate it, or when I say I marinate it, it's not anything special. It's not like, I don't even necessarily have a set way I do it. A lot of times I'll just whatever is around. I always put citrus in there. I put lemon juice in there. I put a little bit of apple cider vinegar in there. I put just a little bit of Bragg's aminos in there, just a splash or two of balsamic vinegar and a lot of pepper. And you just stir it up and let it soak for a while. And the longer it stays in there, the better it is. And I put that on top of all kind of things. Now, what that does for me too is it takes the need a lot of times out of making salad dressing, or making some sort of a sauce or something to put on top of something. Because one thing about my food, like when I eat a salad, I don't necessarily need all the taste of a salad dressing, but I don't like a dry salad. So I like that, you know, I like that on there. And the marinade itself, once it's soaked and mixes in with the tomatoes, with the onions, with the cucumbers, it just makes a nice topping for salads, or it makes a nice little topping for my eggplant and tuna tops. But that's just the kind of things I like to keep around. And even just like for the last 3 days, it's just been nice. It's been nice, no thinking. It's like, okay, I got this in the fridge. I got this. I don't like to have to always be going, oh, what do I want right now? If it's just sitting there, my brain doesn't even stop. It'll just be, if it sees something, it's like, okay, let's just eat this. So bottom line is just make it where that's all you're going to eat. If that's what's around, that's what you're going to default to eat most of the time. I'm not saying it's 100%. I'm not saying it's foolproof. You still might, you know, get some sort of a craving, or you still might want something. You might go out, even when you got food in the kitchen, and you might buy whatever it is you're going to eat. But I would say the chances are much higher that if you have a bunch of stuff around the house and stuff that you like, that you'll feed yourself that way. And it's just so efficient. It's just so efficient. I recommend it highly. I mean, that I think I kind of always buck against organization. I don't like to be organized in certain things. Like, I don't like to be too fussy, but when you have your food ready to go, it just takes so much out of the thought work out of the day of like, okay, what am I going to eat? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? It's just there. You're like, well, I'm going to eat what's clean, ready to go in the refrigerator. So give it a try yourself. And like I say, those are just the things I like. Your list might be a totally different thing, but if you're keeping something in your house, if you always have something around that's good for sweet, if you always have something around that's good for savory, if you have, things that are, if you split it up, I mean, I'll eat pretty much the same. I don't really have like this differentiation, well, it's breakfast, so you eat a certain type of food at breakfast. Although I do tend to eat more fruit earlier in the day, and then by the end of the day, I'm eating something like a salad or, some raw vegan dish, or from time to time when I'm eating cooked, I eat some cooked. But give it a try. Let me know what you think. Maybe tell me what some of the things are that you like to keep around your house all the time, and some of the things that you keep around all the time that kind of keep you on the, keep you going and keep you on the raw thing, and not, keep you from falling off and making bad choices. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this one today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.